What's up, guys? It's Sports with AJ here. So, today's video is a 2021 NFL redraft. I actually had a video that was going to come out a few months ago, but it got messed up and it got corrupted like the end of the video. You guys probably saw it got posted, but the end of the mock was destroyed. So I didn't really do videos after that, but I'm gonna get consistent again because summer's coming up, and although I actually am going to take a trip to Dominican Republic this month, and I'm decently busy this week with finals and all that shit happening or whatever. But like, it's not that big of a deal because YouTube, we're gonna get back on the grind. So let's start this off with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I don't think they change this pick. I think they go Trevor Lawrence because Trevor Lawrence is, even though I don't think he's an amazing quarterback, with the quarterbacks in this draft, as you can see the title, there's a lot of busts at QB in this draft. So we're gonna go with Trevor Lawrence here. And I think Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback. I just don't think he's amazing. But coming out of the draft, he was an elite choice for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I think they go with him again. But number two, I don't have the New York Jets going Zach Wilson because Zach Wilson is trash. So we're gonna go Penei Sewell. Imagine Sewell guarding Aaron Rodgers. Maybe he doesn't get hurt. Like Penei Sewell is an elite offensive lineman who went to the Detroit Lions, and um, he's elite. And I think the Jets needed offensive line if they didn't go quarterback, so you can protect the QB that you would eventually get. Number three, San Fran. They don't go with another quarterback bust. Three straight QBs who you could argue are all not deserving of top three picks. Trevor Lawrence, debatably, but um, with knowing what we know, you could argue Trevor Lawrence shouldn't have been top five pick, maybe even top 10. I mean, maybe a top 10, but at number three, San Fran goes Jamar Chase, and Jamar Chase is an elite wide receiver out of LSU, currently being thrown the ball by Joe Burrow, but in this universe, he would get to go to Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers with a team that has Debo Samuel, George Kittle. That is an elite offense if you add Jamar Chase to that wide receiver core. Oh, and Brandon Ayuk, who is, I think he's probably going to stay with the 49ers. So, um, but Brandon Ayuk, he's pretty good as well. But number four, Atlanta, they go Micah Parsons. During this draft, there was an argument to be made that Atlanta could have gone with Michael Parsons before the Kyle Pitts hype happened, but Michael Parsons ended up being really elite. He was a really raw prospect at the time, which is why he fell to the Cowboys, but he was a really elite linebacker. And out of Penn State, he became a star for the Cowboys. So I have him helping out this D line in Atlanta because they do need help on the D line. And number five, I have the Bengals going Patrick Surtain. Surtain, elite corner for the Broncos out of Alabama. The Bengals, Chidobe Awuzie went to the Titans. So I think this makes a ton of sense for them to go CB if they can't get Sewell or Chase. Number six, I'm going to stick with Jalen Waddle to the Dolphins, like I did with Lawrence to the Jags, because I think Waddle, you could argue him and one of the wide receivers later on in this mock, not too later in these picks, but Jalen Waddle's a really good wide receiver, and he's done well for the Dolphins, so I'm going to keep him there. The Detroit Lions, they can't get Penei Sewell, so they're replacing him with Rashawn Slater, another elite lineman out of Northwestern. He's done really good for the Chargers, so I think the Lions would love to have him instead if they couldn't get Sewell. But this is the guy I was talking about. I'm a huge Amon-Ra St. Brown fan. I've been since day one because I had this guy in the first round. in that draft class, in the 2021 draft. And he ended up going round 2, I believe, to the Detroit Lions. And he has had an amazing start to his career. And him going to the Panthers would be interesting because they would eventually trade DJ Moore. So I don't know if they would still trade DJ Moore because you'd have DJ Moore and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I don't know if they would keep him in that case. Either way, Amon-Ra St. Brown is a really good wide receiver, and I love to see what he could do with Bryce Young as the wide receiver 1 or 2, depending on if. Well, actually, they would probably have traded DJ Moore in that case if they got Amon-Ra St. Brown. I guess. I don't know. I would like to see your guys' opinion on that. Number 9, to the Broncos, Christian Darrisaw. They actually need offensive line help in real life, so I think getting Christian Darrisaw as this big offensive lineman coming from the Vikings, former Virginia Tech guy, for the Broncos at tackle, which is a big positional need. This would be a big pickup for the Broncos. And our last pick here, I got the Cowboys taking a flyer. I've got them going Kyle Pitts. Now, this is a debatable pick, but with Micah Parsons going number 4, I kind of flipped 4 and 10 by having the Cowboys go Kyle Pitts here, because Kyle Pitts with this team having Dak Prescott and then having Kyle Pitts at tight end, I just feel like Kyle Pitts would have broken out as a player. We'll see how he does with Kirk Cousins this year, but Dak Prescott, I feel like, is just a better overall quarterback, and he would have unlocked Kyle Pitts' potential. We'll see if that works out now. But that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and you're not going to wait long for another video. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.